a Bensai reverie to every soul. The psychology of desire, what Chanel understood about human nature. In a world that prides itself on logic, we like to believe our choices are rational. We believe, but beneath the surface we have a force called desire. We mostly misunderstand desire. We think it's all about wanting what is good, useful, and beautiful, but desire is drawn to what is felt, suggesting, and Coco Chanel understood this better. She came from poverty, an orphan, raised in constraints, watching the world from outside, and from this position, she developed a rare ability. She observed people what they longed for. At the time, fashion was overwhelming. Heavy fabrics, tight corset, excess decoration. Women were dressed not for display, and yet beneath all of this, there was unspoken tension, a quiet dissatisfaction. Women wanted freedom. Coco Chanel saw what others missed. She understood that people often cannot express their own desires. They feel them, but they cannot name them. So she removed the excesses from the fabric. She created clothes that were simple and effortless. She created clothes that were suggestive and liberating. And suddenly, her design became irresistible because they spoke to something deeper, which was hidden, which is emotional need. People are not drawn to what is obvious. They are drawn to what awakens something inside them. Desire is all about anticipation. When something is fully explained, fully visible, and fully understood, the mind relaxes and curiosity dies. But when something is partially hidden, when it is inviting interpretation, the imagination begins to work, and imagination is the engine of desire. Coco Gabrielle Chanel, or Coco Chanel, mastered this principle. A design never overwhelmed the eye. I mean simple design. They left spaces for person wearing them to complete the story and project their own identity. People do not want objects, they want transformation. A dress is never just fabric, it's confidence. A status, she sold that feeling. But her genius went even further. She turned herself into a mystery, reserved, controlled, and predictable. You could see her, but you could never fully understand who she was, and distance created power. What is slightly out of reach become infinitely more valuable. When something is always available, it loses its emotional weight. But when it is rare, feels just beyond grasp. We chase it, we assign it meaning, and we elevate it. This is why desire often lives in what we don't have. The unattainable feels magnetic, and the unknown feels powerful. So Coco Chanel did not force people to wear her designs. No, she simply aligned her creation with a hidden emotional current, and people followed. If you want to understand human nature, stop focusing only on what people say. Look at what they feel, but cannot express. What is missing? What is out of reach? Desire is created by giving people just enough to imagine more. Final reflections. The most powerful form of influence is not about control, but is about suggestion and mystery. And those who understand this, they become the objects of human nature, or they become the objects of desire. It is your narrator, Bensai, inspired from the book The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. Thank you for listening.